Welcome to the OG Ty Podcast, where we will dive into everyday life in the trucking industry and share tips on how to make things better in your life. Let's get started. Here is your host, Tyrone Dawson.
Hello world, thanks for vibing with the OG Ty Podcast. This is your host, Tyrone Dawson. And what we do on this podcast is we get you back reinserted in the hip hop industry in your city and wherever state you are located. It may be some information on you. And on today's episode, Kim Kardashian shapewear links has filed plan to open up a brick and mortar location in Georgetown, D.C. According to Washington Business Journal, a final early this month shows that the business plan has to take up the shop in a two-story building on 3300 block in M Street Northwest. So ladies, you can get your Kim shapewear. And I heard that it makes your breasts look better, and it also gives you a smaller physique. Kim's will take the place of the Intimex, another fashion retail shop. Shop front signs, doors, and fertilities and elements will first need to be approved by being added to the building. Kim's has the largest been sold online, but recently announced plans to open physical location in Los Angeles and New York in 2024. So guys, if you want to go and meet Kim Kardashian, you have the great opportunity. She's going to be in Georgetown. So follow up and see exactly where is this located. It's going to be at 3300 block of M Street in Washington, D.C., and that's Northwest D.C. A 13-year-old boy is facing charges after police said he killed his father in Northwest D.C. Sunday morning. According to the Metropolitan Police Department, officers was called to the 3100 block of 16th Street Northwest around 8 a.m. to help the D.C. fire and the EMS crew with the report of a man down inside a building. When officers arrived, they found a man suffering from what they described as a punched wound injury. The man, later identified as 41-year-old Travis Dash of Northwest D.C., died at the scene. Sorry about that. Rest in peace to you. During the investigations, detectives determined that Dash's death stems from a domestic incident and identified his son, a 13-year-old boy, as the suspect in his death. The identified 13-year-old boy has since been charged with second-degree murder while armed. Police has not released any information as to why the teen may have killed his father or what happened in the moment of leading up to Dash's death. So guys, what is going on in this? You know, I hate reporting this type of stuff. It's just be safe out there. Guys, respect each other's space. Give each other space and respect each other. That's all I have to say. D.C. planned homeless shelter in the Northwest End is facing another lawsuit. The same group of anonymous neighbors to challenge the project this summer has filed a new case, this time claiming that the Ashton shelter violating zoning rules. So basically, they don't want shelter people near their homes. So they are filing cases on the people who is trying to put this all together. Metro, first 2 electric buses hit streets today. It's the first big step towards going electric. By 2042, all Metro buses are starting, and the first 2 buses of electric buses that hit today. So guys, if you see electric bus, that's the first two. By the 2042 is going to be straight electric bus from here on out. If you want to get your hair done, go to Yards Braids, 8815 Pulaski Highway on Rosedale, Maryland, 21237. If you need braids professionally done, call 410-301-3627 and ask for Miss Yara, and she will assist you with some professional braids for you, your daughter, your grandmother, your aunt, whoever needs professionally braids done. Call that number. Once again, that number is 410-301-3627. Also, former Baltimore State Attorney Marion Mosby was found guilty of perjury. The former Baltimore State's attorney, Miss Mosby, was found guilty of 2 counts of perjury on Thursday, a stunning reversal for the city 2 terms top prosecutors. They say she was the best prosecutor out there, guys, but I don't know what happened. Jury took about 7 hours to convict Mosby on line about experiencing financial difficulties related to the coronavirus 19 pandemic to withhold money early from a retirement account to buy 2 vacation homes in Florida. The defense has argued that the pandemic dashed her hopes of operating a side business, which creates an eligibility hardship under the CARE Act, and that the guidelines for withdrawing the money was virtue. But prosecutors said she suffered not much hardship and was fumbling for an excuse. The charge each brings a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison. The actual sentences are typically far less. So she may do 5 years or less because she took money out the CARE Act to purchase vacation homes in Florida. So guys, I don't know, but I heard she was a great prosecutor when she was at her best. So guys, people make mistakes, ladies make mistakes, everybody in the world make mistakes. So let's hope she learned from this mistake and she can move forward. Boosie said he make close to $500,000 per year doing Vlad interviews. On the Breakfast Club, they asked him, Boosie, when are you going to do your podcast? Your podcast will be funny with you and Webby. And this is what Boosie said. If you can't make $500,000 per year doing podcasts, I can't do it. And they asked him why. He said, because when I do Vlad interviews, it totals up to $500,000 per year. So guys, that lets you know. Online podcasts, if you figure this out and you get everything going, you can make a lot of money. Because if Vlad is paying him $500,000 a year to do interviews, imagine what he's making himself. Future co-signed Chinese Kitty, Hard to Find, featuring Doughboy. This track is hard. Future and Chinese Kitty. You know, Future be bringing them hits. And he not going to do a collab if this person not hot. So I have to say, go check that out. Future and Chinese Kitty. It's a hard track. Tesla will sue you for $50,000 if you try to resell your Cybertruck in the first year. I guess it's a contract. You can't sell these trucks. Boosie Boosie reacts to Sexy Red saying she is the modern day Boosie. Boosie was so excited on this interview when he heard that she said, I want to be like Boosie and I'm the modern day of Boosie in a female body. Oh man, Boosie was so excited on that interview. Secret Service agent protects Bidens granddaughters. Opening fire when 3 people tried to break into the SUV. What? 3 people tried to break into the Secret Service SUV with the president granddaughter in it. I guess everyone's is off limits. I don't know what's going on, people. I don't know. They broke into 232 cars at the Rod Wave concert in Washington, D.C. the other night. 232 cars was broken in Washington, D.C. at the Rod Wave concert. So that basically let you know that people was looking for guns. They weren't looking for nothing else but guns and maybe radio systems. That's crazy. But guys, once again here at the OG Top Podcast, I'm not going to hold you up. I just want to just say hello to my fans, my listeners. And I just want to say, be safe, stay blessed, and stay out the way. We are out. Peace.